Hey y'all, welcome to one of the wildest stories to hit the country music scene in years. If you thought music festivals were just about good tunes and good times, think again, because what happened at this year's Born and Raised Music Festival in Pryor, Oklahoma is something fans will be talking about for a long time. The country music world is absolutely buzzing after a jaw-dropping scene unfolded at the festival grounds. Thousands of fans gathered under the open sky, ready for a weekend of unforgettable performances, but no one could have predicted the drama that was about to erupt. What should have been a joyful, high-energy finale turned into a dramatic showdown that left everyone stunned. On one side, you had Bryan, an artist known for his raw lyrics and passionate fan base. On the other, Gavin Adcock, a rising star with a reputation for stirring things up. The tension between them had been simmering online for weeks, but nobody expected it to boil over in front of a live audience. The twist? Zach wasn't even on the official lineup. He made a surprise appearance, sending shockwaves through the crowd. Meanwhile, Gavin was backstage, getting ready for his own set, completely unaware that his night was about to take a wild turn. Backstage, the simmering online feud between the two artists finally exploded into a real-life confrontation. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and what started as a war of tweets and Instagram stories suddenly became a face-to-face standoff. Shouting, threats, and even a barbed wire fence became part of the chaos. Fans, always quick with their smartphones, caught every wild second on video. The footage shows a chaotic scene, security scrambling, fans screaming, and the two musicians at the center of it all. It was the kind of moment that instantly goes viral. Within minutes, the internet lit up. Social media feeds were flooded with clips, memes, and hot takes. Suddenly, everyone, from die-hard country fans to casual listeners, was talking about what could possibly drive two stars to such extremes. The #festival showdown started trending, and theories about the feud's origins spread like wildfire. So what really happened that night? We're breaking down the shocking moment Bryan climbed that fence, the deep-seated roots of the feud, and what both artists have said since the dust settled. Was it just a clash of egos, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? This is the story behind the country music feud everyone's talking about. Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the drama, the rumors, and the real reasons behind this unforgettable festival showdown. Let's get to the heart of the drama. This wasn't just another night at a music festival. This was the kind of night that would be talked about for years to come. A night when tensions boiled over and the line between performance and real life blurred in front of thousands. On the festival's final night, as the energy backstage reached a fever pitch, Bryan, 29, locked eyes with Gavin Adcock, 26. The two were separated by a tall, imposing fence topped with barbed wire, a barrier meant to keep chaos at bay, but tonight it was the only thing standing between two men with unfinished business. Most people would have stopped at the fence, letting security and common sense do their job. But Zach wasn't most people. Fueled by adrenaline and anger, he didn't hesitate. He grabbed the cold metal, hoisted himself up, and climbed right over, ignoring the risk of injury. His determination was clear. He was going to confront Gavin, no matter what. Fans nearby whipped out their phones, capturing the moment as Zach stormed up to Gavin. The tension was electric, the kind you could feel in your bones. Zach, his voice shaking with fury, shouted, "If they open this G-gate, I'll kill you!" The words echoed through the night, sending a chill through everyone within earshot. Gavin, refusing to back down, shot back with equal intensity. "I got a show to play, you clown son of a Neither man was willing to give an inch, and for a moment it seemed like the situation could spiral completely out of control. The air was thick with hostility, and in an instant chaos erupted. Security guards and team members from both sides rushed in, desperate to keep the confrontation from turning violent. Shouts and frantic movement filled the backstage area as people tried to pull the two men apart, their efforts barely containing the raw emotion on display. Watching from the sidelines was Zach's girlfriend, Samantha Leonard. Her face was etched with worry as she witnessed the scene escalate, powerless to intervene. For her, and for everyone else watching, it was a moment of fear and disbelief, a reminder of how quickly things can get out of hand. What should have been a routine night backstage had suddenly turned into a viral spectacle. Fans filmed from every angle, their videos quickly spreading across social media. Within minutes, the confrontation was the talk of the festival, and soon, the entire internet. Zach's willingness to risk injury, scraping his hands and arms on the barbed wire, showed just how deep the animosity ran. This wasn't just a petty argument, it was a clash of egos, pride, and unresolved tension that had been simmering beneath the surface for far too long. The confrontation itself was brief, but the impact was immediate and unforgettable. In just a few minutes, the entire atmosphere of the festival had changed, leaving everyone shaken and buzzing with speculation about what had just happened. Fans and the internet couldn't believe what they'd witnessed. Social media exploded with reactions, memes, and theories as people tried to piece together the story behind the explosive showdown. This was no ordinary festival drama. It was a moment that would go down in music festival history, a raw, unscripted confrontation that left everyone asking, what could possibly happen next? As Zach landed on the other side, things nearly turned physical. Security acted fast. One guard grabbed Zach from behind, restraining him before he could reach Gavin. Another stepped between the artists, forming a human barrier. More staff joined in, keeping the chaos from spiraling out of control. Their quick action prevented a brawl and kept both men apart. Zach was eventually led away, still fuming, while Gavin focused on his set. No arrests, no injuries, just a viral moment that stunned everyone. The security team's intervention stopped a fight, but not the story from spreading. The festival would never be remembered the same way. Why did Bryan risk it all to confront Gavin Adcock? The answer starts months earlier, online. In July 2025, Zach played a huge run at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. After a long show, he left without greeting fans, including a 14-year-old girl who posted her disappointment on TikTok. The video went viral, sparking debate about what artists owe their fans. Gavin Adcock jumped into the fray, publicly criticizing Zach's response to the fan. That public call-out turned a simple complaint into a personal feud. The online tension kept building, setting the stage for their explosive festival clash. Gavin's comments were the spark that ignited it all. The MetLife incident is key to this feud. The young fan's TikTok blew up, dividing the internet. Some defended Zach's need for rest, others sided with the disappointed fan. Zach's response, "You're not entitled after someone plays 2.5 hours, GOMD, came off as dismissive and inflamed the situation. Many saw it as disrespectful, especially toward a young fan. Gavin Adcock saw this as a lack of humility and called Zach out publicly. For Gavin, it wasn't just about photos, it was about respect. That's when the rivalry truly began. After Zach's GOMD comment, Gavin took to X, formerly Twitter, to criticize him. If you can't handle criticism from a 14-year-old, why do people idolize you? The feud exploded, fans took sides, and the internet became a battleground. Gavin doubled down on a podcast, questioning Zach's authenticity and even his character. Zach stayed silent, but the tension only grew. Every post and comment deepened the rift. By the time both artists arrived at Born and Raised, the digital war had set the stage for a real-life showdown. The online drama made a physical confrontation almost inevitable. The feud was no longer just about fan etiquette, it was personal. The country music world was watching. To understand the feud, let's see both sides. This conflict isn't just a simple disagreement. It's a clash of values and perspectives that has captivated fans and critics alike. Both Bryan and Gavin Adcock have their own reasons for feeling the way they do, and understanding these reasons is key to grasping the full picture. Bryan felt exhausted after a marathon show and believed he deserved privacy. Gavin's public criticism felt like a cheap shot. Zach had poured his heart and soul into his performance, and the last thing he needed was to be publicly called out. He saw it as an attack on his character, especially after giving so much to his fans. Zach likely saw Gavin as using the situation to boost his own image, painting Zach as the villain. In the age of social media, where every action is scrutinized, Zach felt that Gavin was leveraging the incident to gain sympathy and followers, rather than addressing the issue privately. Gavin, meanwhile, saw Zach's response to the young fan as disrespectful, and felt compelled to speak up for what he believes artists owe their supporters. To Gavin, the fans are the lifeblood of any artist's career, and treating them with respect is non-negotiable. He felt that Zach's actions were a betrayal of the unspoken contract between artists and their fans. For Gavin, it was about humility and accountability. He believed that no matter how tired or stressed an artist might be, They should always remember their roots and the people who support them. Gavin saw himself as a guardian of these values, and his criticism of Zach was a way to uphold them. After the festival, Gavin claimed he kept his cool for the fans, framing himself as the responsible one. He wanted to show that even in the face of conflict, an artist could maintain composure and prioritize the well-being of their supporters. This stance further solidified his image as the more level-headed party in the feud. Both men felt justified, Zach for defending his boundaries, Gavin for defending the fans. Each believed they were standing up for something important, and neither was willing to compromise their principles. This mutual sense of righteousness only deepened the divide between them. Their perspectives fueled the fire. The more each man defended his stance, the more the public and media got involved, turning a personal disagreement into a widespread controversy. Fans took sides, and the debate raged on social media and in the press. Neither was willing to back down. The feud escalated as both Zach and Gavin dug in their heels, each convinced of their own moral high ground. Their stubbornness made reconciliation seem impossible, and the tension between them continued to grow. The feud became about more than just one incident. It evolved into a larger conversation about the responsibilities of artists, the power of social media, and the expectations of fans. What started as a single moment of conflict turned into a defining chapter in both musicians' careers, with lasting implications for their public images and relationships with their audiences. This isn't the first public controversy for either artist. Gavin Adcock has feuded with other musicians and stirred debate over what counts as real country music, even criticizing Beyoncé's. He's never shied away from conflict. Bryan's had public disputes too, personal drama with exes, and even pulling a song after a collaborator criticized his massive publishing deal. Both are passionate, volatile, and unafraid to speak their minds. Their histories made escalation almost inevitable. A simple online spat quickly became a headline-grabbing showdown. So where do things stand? Gavin performed his set and shared his side online, painting himself as the calm one. Zach has stayed silent, letting the videos and speculations swirl. Fans are divided, Team Zach, Team Gavin, and many just wishing for less drama. The incident has left a mark on both reputations. Will they let the feud die, or will it flare up again? A public apology or a private conversation could help, but another confrontation isn't out of the question. For the sake of the music, let's hope they move on. Whether they become friends is unlikely, but professionalism is possible. Only time will tell how this country feud ends.